time. It's a constant. It's appeared in video games. Time. It's a magazine. Time. It's in songs. Time. It's something we're going to talk about today.
It is.
Hi, hello. Welcome to episode number 37 of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. I did the letters with like hand motions, which you couldn't see. But I put some effort into that.
I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure they do too.
Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by the best podcast co-host. And hey, let's give a shout out to Anne Ladyem for being very cool this week and helping me get through like anxiety for opening up this semester.
Yay, thank you.
Applause to her.
Nah,
She's here as always.
I am. Hello. I exist.
That is completely true.
In time.
Neither of us got our eyes burned out by a solar eclipse, so
Nope.
We're all doing fantastic.
Thanks to the
Relatively.
glasses I distributed.
It's true.
It was boss.
You know, literally, the boss was up in the sky. He was playing on the moon. Real things that happened.
Oh my god. Conversations, my friend.
It's what this podcast is about. We're conversations about anime, manga, and video games. And that's what we're going to do today.
We're actually going to be double tasking here and talking about video game and a manga.
That's how
at the
good
same
we
time.
are.
About the same topic.
It's not every day you get to double up like that. Actually, it's pretty common for us. So we're going to talk about one of the most hotly regarded video games in its short history. Some say it's the greatest game ever made.
They're wrong.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. But we're not those people. We'll still say it's a pretty good game.
It's a really good game. It's just not the best game ever made.
Yeah, they already made that game. You know what game I'm talking about. That one. Yeah, no, not that one. That one. Yeah, that's right.
But this one holds a very special place in my heart anyway.
Yes, we were going to...
I just realized what you were thinking about.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to talk about The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time.
There's no V in it.
Well, I'm rewriting history.
It is The Legend of Zelda, but there's no The Ocarina. It's just Ocarina of Time. Anyway, we're talking about Ocarina of Time.
I'll do whatever I want.
I do what I want.
Miyamoto, you can come and fight me for this title. I'll dare you. Throwing the gauntlet down right now. Everyone else is distracted about yelling at Nintendo because they're dumb and everything, but me and Miyamoto are going to scrap and no one's going to see it. It's true. Except he would just stick Reggie on me and just completely destroy me.
Oh, I love Reggie.
That's the
I
real
love
thing that
Miyamoto
happened.
too, but I love Reggie. Anyway, continue. We're going to talk about Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time. It's a game. Anyways, that's
Came out in the
our show this week. We'll see you next week.
Came out in the 90s.
I can give you exact release dates. I don't know. I tried to remix that.
You did. It was 98 in North America.
November 23rd, 1998, to be exact, for the United States of America and North America regions. Came out 2 days before on November 21st, 1998 in Japan, and then December 11th, 1998 in European regions. But also, that wasn't the only time it came out.
That is correct.
It came out on the GameCube.
Yep.
Which no one bought, so it really never came out there.
I mean, I had it.
November 17th, 2003, if I can speak words right. In Japan,
Yeah.
November 7th, 2003. European regions, November 14th, 2003. Australia, March 19th, 2004. And then in South Korea in 2003 at some point. There's no exactly release date. On the IQ player, which I have no idea what this is.
I don't know what that is either.
On November 19th, 2003 in China.
Wow.
on the Wii Virtual Console for pretty much everywhere on February 26th, 2007 in US, North America, and Japan. February 23rd in the European regions, February 22nd in Australia, and then on the Wii U Virtual Console on July 2nd, 2015 in America, North America, December 23rd, 2015 in Japan, July 2nd, 2015 in Europe, and July 3rd, 2015 in Australia. It's weird that there was like a 6-month difference between pretty much everywhere and then Japan.
Yeah.
That is strange. But also, that's not all.
That is not all.
It was also remade on the 3DS. The handheld.
Yep.
Who would have thought? On June 19th, 2011 in North America, June 16th, 2011 in Japan, June 17th, 2011 in Europe, June 30th, 2011 in Australia, September 27th, 2012 in South Korea, October 27th, 2012 in China, and in October 27th, 2012 in Taiwan. It's been everywhere.
And that's the version you played.
Yes, that's the version I played. I have experience with like the Wii Virtual Console version, which is it's the N64 version.
Correct.
I played some of it. I don't remember how far I got per se. Like I remember I got to Death Mountain at one point, which obviously that's pretty early on in the game, but that's kind of like the one thing I remember. And then running around Kakariko Village for like ages because I was real dumb and didn't know what I was doing. So suffice to say, I really didn't beat that game, which should come as a complete shock after I just described all I've remember from playing that game back in like 06 or whenever. It was basically
7.
Do what?
Didn't you just say 07?
Okay, 07. I didn't remember when I got a Wii, so
Oh, okay.
that's my bad. My B. But that was basically kind of like hot off the heels of like playing Twilight Princess. So I was like, yeah, I'll play another one of these. And I didn't get far in the next one, so. And then and it was like 10 years later and I beat more games from the Zelda series.
And given that it is me and nobody is surprised, I've been playing this since it came out.
You know this game like the back of your hand, and that's not hyperbole in any sense of the word. Like that is legitimate.
I actually might know this game better than the back of my hand. Like, you were going through a list of minor characters earlier, and I was like, oh, yeah, that guy, he's here, and he does this. And you're like, what? How do you know that? Like, characters that have no names and are just given, like, generic things. And I was like, yeah, he became this and this and this, and he did this. And I remember specifically when I was in high school, I had a boyfriend who was stuck in the fire temple, and he was like, hey, I'm going to call you up on the phone. I'm going to describe to you what room I'm in. I need help. Can you help me out? And I was like, yeah, you go here, 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 and do this. And he was like, what? So, yeah, I have Ocarina of Time pretty much memorized. And I get real bad anxiety when I watch other people play it.
Yeah,
they don't play it that I play it, and it really drives me nuts.
Because you basically you have a set schedule, but like a set route for everything you want to do. You know exactly like how to optimize all of that. You know where to go, when to go, how to go. And then watching someone else do, like, if you'd watched me play, you'd probably been like, no, you should go do this first. No, where are you going? Stop that. Stop rolling all around.
I kind of did, but then I just let you do your own thing because you're like, yeah, I'm following this guide. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, have fun. But I would not have played it the way you played it.
Oh, yeah, because like, you wouldn't have followed a guide like I did.
Oh, that's true. I wouldn't have followed a guide, but also, like, I wouldn't have done it in the order you did it.
Yeah, probably. Because there was, like, I think sometimes where you're like, because you wanted me to get the big sword.
The Goron.
Yeah, you were like, you could do that right now. And I was like, no, I can't.
I do that as soon as I become an adult.
Because, like,
makes everything cakewalk.
Well, yeah, it does. I was like, I didn't feel like I was prepared enough to do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I just waited until the guy told me to do it. But you, obviously, you know this game inside and out, so you could literally be like, boom, 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 done. and you're
That
good
I
to
was
go.
telling you about, like the little Skulltula things. It's like, yeah, if you only need this amount to do this, and this, and that's really all you need to
Right.
do. But if you want to do the rest, there you go.
Well, I
But
mean, even getting like all of them is kind of pointless because like, here's 200 rupees, which you can just repeatedly cash in. Which you really, to be fair, you really don't need rupees in that game for much.
no, not really.
Like once you get like halfway through that game, it's like they're just pointless.
Yeah, I've always got like a full amount of rupees in my pocket all the time.
So, like we said on the outset of this very podcast, this game is considered by a large amount of people the greatest game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Partially, well, and partly, I should say, it got a 40 out of 40 from Famitsu, originally in, 96? 98?
98.
I'm bad with years. I've been up since 6:30. It's been a long day. Cut myself some slack there. G4... When I was a television channel back in the 1900s, declared it the #1 game of all time, which also Nintendo Power did, which I feel like they're kind of a little bit biased and probably not skewing to the entire realm of video games.
But also, there's another Zelda game that would top this easily.
Yeah, Zelda 2.
No.
Ocarina of Time is also listed in the Guinness World Records Gamers Edition 2008 as the highest ranked game of all time, and then a subsequent updated version as the most critically acclaimed game of all time, and also has a 99 out of 100 on Metacritic, making it the highest scoring game of all time. I guess potentially from this. I don't know if that still stands. I'm going to look it up right now. I would assume it does. Because I don't know if anything else like this year has beat it.
Well, I knew Breath of the Wild was coming real close for a minute.
Right. I mean, it would have to either tie it or make it like... Nope, it's still the #1.
Wow.
Breath of the Wild is at a 97.
Ooh.
Metacritic's top 5 games is like weird.
Really?
It's Ocarina of Time, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which, yeah. Grand Theft Auto 4, which...
No.
Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast.
No.
And then GTA 4 again for 360. And then like the bottom half of the top 10 is Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, and GTA 5 for Xbox One, PS3, and Xbox 360.
Wait, Breath of the Wild's not even on there?
It is 12th.
Wow.
In between Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 for the Dreamcast and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 for the PlayStation 2.
I hate everything.
The Wii U version of Breath of the Wild is at a 96, making it 22nd on the list.
Anyway.
But of course, that's why you don't pay attention to Metacritic scores.
Right, but...
Subjective.
It's the #1 Metacritic game of all time, right now.
Right now.
Has been for a while.
But like I think both of us, we would say it's easily not our favorite Legend of Zelda game.
Oh, by far, it's not my favorite. I mean, I appreciate what it does because
Right.
I really like Ocarina. It's just not even close to my favorite.
I think for me, especially like, hearing for the last 20 years, essentially, that like this is the greatest game ever made and this is the best Zelda game, like that's some very lofty expectations that you kind of bring into a game.
It is, and I mean, especially when you didn't play it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can understand coming in way more critical than somebody who played it in 98, like myself.
Right.
But even then, like, we are in agreement that it's not the best Zelda game. And we're in agreement that it's not the best game made of all time.
Nope and nope.
Yeah, so... I mean, that's two different perspectives of when we played this game, but still the same conclusions.
I mean, like, I will say, like, I think the 3DS version does a lot of, like, good quality of life changes to the game.
Oh, yeah. I think that if you're going to play a version now, the 3DS version is the only version to play.
Yeah.
There's probably no way I would go back to the 64 version, even though I own it and I own the console, but it just... The 3DS one was such a vast improvement on it that it doesn't make sense to go back.
And you can get the 3DS version for relatively cheap nowadays. Like it's a minimum of $20
Yeah.
Or it's like a maximum, I should say, of $20 to buy it now because they put it on like their greatest hits line for 3DS. So, and you could probably find it cheaper on sale like every now and then. So, and it's like we said, it's a good version. Like they up the graphics here and there. Well, I guess for the most part, there's still some spots where it looks a little like they didn't really touch it up that much. But I mean, even then, it's not too bad.
Well, they redid every character model.
Yeah.
I mean, that in and of itself is really impressive.
They changed the Easter egg in the Hyrule Castle though, in the window, which is real bummer because like, oh, let's look at bad new Super Mario Brothers art. That's totally what I want to do.
Yeah, that was really upsetting. But
they're bad games.
They fixed the touchscreen inventory. Well, they gave it a touchscreen inventory, which makes
that
it
is fantastic.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so helpful.
Because just having that on screen all the time, it's like easy to just like boop, 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 done. Swapping things is like so quick and seamless. Like there's just a separate button just for the ocarina, so you'd never have to like use it up in inventory space. And you get like 2 little bonus like slots that you can basically put it wherever you want in. Like I used, I think for the most part of the game, like I had one of those was like the fire spell.
Din's fire.
Yeah, and then like the latter half of the game, like I had the secret sight thing.
The lens of truth?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I put that on like the second one so I could just like hit that immediately anytime I needed it. So
makes sense.
And like never had to like re-pull it out or do anything like that again. Like it's very smart and like just very good quality of life changes that the game probably needed compared to the 64 version.
While I'm thinking about it, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
So when I was excuse you.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I was but a wee child playing this game, and I went for the first time into the bottom of the well, where you get the lens of truth, and you deal with that weird thing with all the arms that tries to eat your face off.
Right.
As someone who plays it now, do you find that horrifying? Because I still find that horrifying, but it might just be childhood trauma.
I didn't really think it was like super spooky or horrifying. Like I thought it was like a little unsettling, but I wasn't like super freaked out by it.
Okay, because it freaks me out. Like every time he grabs me, I get real upset, like really upset.
Like I feel like the Re-Dead.
Yeah, the Re-Deads are horrified. Like that.
I feel like they are way creepier than that thing.
Yeah, whenever you hear the screech, you're like, oh god, no.
Well, for the most part, though, like for me, like I would hear the screech and like they wouldn't do anything, so I would just like keep rolling on by them. They're like, well, later.
Nah, you just play the Sun Song and go by them.
I wouldn't even have to play the Sun Song. I would just run by them.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying if there's a group of them, just Sun Song it, and you're done. Go away.
Which really I'd never really had to do like that often, so I felt like they were way more troublesome in like Wind Waker than they were in this, which I felt was kind of surprising.
Yeah, but I mean, Wind Waker was many years after this, so they.
Oh, I mean, yeah. But I just felt like that was probably like the standard was like, oh, these guys are real tough, but like this one is like, these guys aren't that bad. That's thankfully.
Yeah, no, at least they die easy.
Yeah.
There's some spooky stuff in this game. I was like, ooh. Yikes.
If you go into it like not really knowing much of it, like there's some real unsettling stuff that you're not really gonna expect.
Yeah. I guess we don't really have to talk about the plot because everybody knows the plot of Ocarina.
And it's essentially like, the
Zelda formula.
The Zelda formula that they've been doing since Link to the Past.
Yep.
Which like we were talking about this like like they've been making the same Zelda game essentially, with minor tweaks and gimmicks here and there for like 25 years until Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
And that's like I think the most shocking thing when you actually finally, if you're like me and you finally play Link to the Past and Ocarina, it's like, man, they basically didn't really change much of the formula at all for like the rest of these games.
And while I didn't mind that, like I still really like all the other Zelda games. That's part of why I thought Breath of the Wild was so good, was it was just revolutionary in terms of the formula. They didn't do the formula. That's
why I mentioned that to you. Like playing through this game gave me even more respect for Breath of the Wild for being like so courageous in the way like it basically bucked the entire formula altogether.
But there was a game before Breath of the Wild that did that. That was Majora.
Yeah.
Majora completely bucked it.
Yeah. I would agree with you with that. It's I feel like it's kind of telling that, like, I mean, outside of Breath of the Wild, that like the games where at least 2 of them where the formula gets bucked completely and just crazily, like Zelda 2 and Majora's Mask are the ones that are like the most hotly controversial.
Oh, Majora is such a good game.
Which makes sense because people just want the same thing essentially. They want that Ocarina of Time, that Link to the Past formula. But even then, like I feel like by the time like Skyward Sword was coming around, like, and I know you were a fantastic, or like, you love that game to death, but like
I will defend Skyward Sword.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anything bad about the game, but like one of the criticisms about that game was like people were getting tired of the formula.
And I mean, it's interesting because I don't understand that exactly. But also, let's think about it. That Ocarina also was one of the reasons why Wind Waker was so controversial.
Yeah. Because everyone wants adult Link.
Everybody wanted like adult realistic graphics, and then we got Wind Waker, which is a phenomenal game, by the way. And I would rank it above Ocarina.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But people didn't like it because they're like, oh, it's not realistic and it doesn't have adult Link, and like, oh, too bad.
And then when they got adult Link back, they still weren't that hot on it.
And then they cried about Twilight Princess. You can never win.
You can never win.
It's upsetting.
But I feel like, I think, like you were saying, like you didn't really understand why people were like were getting like tired of the formula. I feel like by that point, like it'd been like, when did Skyward Sword come out?
Skyward Sword would have come out in, wait, it was around the 25th anniversary. So
I could probably look this up and it would be much
quicker.
I know,
I'm just trying to think. It was 25th anniversary, so it came out
2011.
Okay.
So like, I mean, by that point, it's like, you know, that's 13 years since Ocarina. That's almost 20 since Link to the Past. Like, I can see a lot of people getting burnt out by playing the same formula over and over and over
but
and
then
over
why
again.
was Ocarina still lauded as like this phenomenal
Because it's
game?
their first.
People are tired of it.
It's like it's like the same people who laud like Final Fantasy VII as the best RPG ever, is because it's their first RPG. It's the Mario Kart formula.
But
your
I
first
don't
Mario
fall
Kart
into those at all.
I mean, I've broken the Mario Kart formula for myself, but like that's kind of the one thing that, like, you know, it's the easiest thing to go to for an example for that.
That's true. It makes sense.
But yeah, like I think why Ocarina is so lauded and you really never see much criticism about it is because, you know, it was the first big 3D Zelda game, obviously, and you know, for a lot of people, it might have been like their first big open world-ish 3D game entirely.
Yeah, I mean, it did a lot for gaming that people don't really realize. It was huge in terms of mechanics and what it did. Whether or not, you know, it's phenomenal or not phenomenal or whatever, it did a lot for gaming.
I guess I can't really say particularly because I haven't played the remaster of this other game in a while, and I don't know how well it holds up. But I feel like Ocarina definitely, you know, the way they reshaped it in the 3DS version, like, it holds up a lot better than like Super Mario 64 does in terms of like playability and all that sort of stuff. But again, like, I haven't played like the DS remake of Super Mario 64 in a long time, so I don't know how well that thing holds up. But like, or really comparing, you know, the vanilla versions of both, you know, 64 Super Mario on 64 and Ocarina on 64.
I've played the vanilla of both recently enough that I can say that they both hold up really well, in my opinion. But I know that you also don't like 64 games that much.
Which would you say holds up the like better? Of the two, in
terms of gameplay, graphics, or both.
And let's just throw graphics aside because I don't think that really means much.
Right.
For this case, but like how? Yeah, that's true. But like in terms of playability.
Playability, I think Ocarina will take it over Mario, although I don't think that Mario is as bad as you would think it is.
And I guess it does help that Ocarina came out like what 2 years after Super Mario
Yeah,
64,
it
so
came
like
out
they had
2 years after.
time to to fix all the problems that Super Mario 64 potentially could have had for some people, and like they had time to iterate on all that sort of stuff. So it is a bit of an unfair comparison, I guess, but
And even then, like Majora blows both of them out of the water.
hotly controversial.
It is, but I mean, I'm just saying in terms of how it actually plays, and if you go back to the 64 version rather than like a 3DS remake,
Right,
Majora holds up solidly.
right.
The one thing that I don't go back and play the Majora version is because of the saving on it is kind of wonky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they fixed it in the 3DS version, so
Can I tell you a problem I have with Ocarina of Time?
sure, why not?
So, one of the things that I was actually very excited about to play this game happened when we were playing Hyrule Warriors.
Okay,
And that was like the first time I'd ever seen Sheik
okay.
and was introduced to that character and like got to
Did you
understand.
Did you not play Smash Brothers?
I don't. This is me we're talking about. Remember?
Okay, anyway, go ahead.
I mean, yes, I've played Smash Brothers, but like I really still didn't know that character
Okay, so Hyrule Warriors, it got to meet Sheik.
and really like understand the character and the lore and all that sort of stuff
Okay.
more specifically. So I was really excited to play Ocarina of Time because I was like, all right, this is where this character begins. It's gonna be real cool. I'm gonna finally understand like everything, all the nuances about it. That might have been the most disappointing thing of this entire game.
Really?
Because I was expecting like for Sheik to be like, to be like how she is in Hyrule Warriors, where she's gonna go around and like kick ass all the time, and she just shows up, tells you a little something, gives you a song, and then just pieces out.
And I know one thing that I want to talk about is the differences in the manga and the game. And one of the differences is that Sheik is constantly helping Link fight and also is saving his ass a lot.
Which that would have been awesome.
It would have. I mean, she did in Kakariko.
Yeah, but like even then, like you don't really get to see like much else of that. It's just that scene, and that's pretty much it. Like I wanted to see like them two fighting together. I wanted to see like all the stuff that she's learned from the Sheikah people, and like see that in the game. But it's just like you don't get that at all, and it was incredibly disappointing. Which I mean, granted, like that's probably partially my fault because I built up this like idea in my head of what that character was going to be like in this game. But like, man,
Yeah, the lore of Sheik has been built out a lot more since Ocarina than
yeah,
it
that makes
was
sense.
in
Yeah,
this game. Um, the biggest thing I've already discussed with you is the controversy over Sheik's gender, which has been a thing since '98 that people argue about.
which
Which is
which in the
fa-
3DS version, like they basically attempt to fix that.
did they?
I mean they give her like curves and stuff in her character model.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember that. Because there's like in the
she's
original, there's like
yeah,
no hips.
yeah, like she's way less boyish looking in the 3DS version. Like
Oh, okay.
you can tell it's a woman there.
And the hair is different and the eyes are different.
Right. Like that stuff still that's the same.
Yeah. And I was showing you my figurines that I have of them, and like the figurine still very much sticks to the Ocarina no hip.
Right.
Um, it's been a controversy, and I mean my solution has always been it's Zelda, but she uses magic to conceal who she is. I mean, like
Right.
it's not that hard. She has the freaking Triforce of Wisdom. It's not that hard. She also shows herself to be a pretty proficient mage.
And like multiple times throughout the entire series.
Right.
So like it's not out of the realm of possibility that could be the case.
So, Sheik is a girl because Zelda is a girl, and that's end of it. Even if she is disguised very well and convincingly as a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And in the manga, she straight up says, "I'm going to become a boy."
Hmm.
So she's telling Impa that that's going to be how she contributes to the fight.
And how she stays hidden essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you realize this, but Impa was the one who trained her, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, because Impa's the last of the Sheikah.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, she says in the manga, "I'm going to be a boy." So anyway, controversy on Sheik. I could understand disappointment though, but like I said, a lot of the buildup of Sheik has come post Ocarina. Uh,
Right.
and also, you have to consider like how would they have done that with the mechanics of the game?
Yeah, I understand that. Like, yeah, it would have been hard, like for like the time period with the hardware and all that. But like, but even so, it feels like such a missed opportunity.
And that's why we have Hyrule Warriors, which is great.
Yeah, but even then, like, I I I guess I just don't expect in 1998 for them to like to give Zelda like that much prominence and make her like into like this bad character.
But I mean, is she not a bad character?
I mean,
Because
yes, but
she
like,
was essentially guiding Link throughout the entire thing and like making sure that he does the right thing. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
on her own for 7 years.
I guess I just don't think like see them giving her like a prominent like action role where like, oh, you get to play as her through
Oh,
like a majority of the game or something like that.
I mean, that still hasn't happened.
Oh yeah, I see exactly.
So, I mean, you can keep holding your breath for that one.
Yeah.
Um, so that's it's a bummer, but one thing that I know that I was talking about earlier is that like Sheik definitely fights and saves his butt a whole lot in the manga. And one of my favorite scenes, partially because it has a big reveal that the manga artist had to get confirmed with Nintendo before they could even do it, which is hilarious. um, but when he's fighting Volvagia,
That's the pronunciation we're gonna use because we have no idea.
yeah, and I told Jared that my mind does not go to that whenever I try and say the name of this dragon. So anyway, when he's fighting, he has a hesitation because in the manga, what they say is that when Link was a boy and was in Kakariko, there was a dragon on sale because, of course, there was, and he took it around and he babied it and he raised it and all that, and they were really close friends. And then, so he's having issues fighting the dragon as an adult because it's literally his friend. So he gets his butt completely obliterated, and Sheik has to pull him out and bandages him and all that. And this is the reveal of the fact that Ocarina Link has a ponytail under his hat, and it was wonderful. They had to get Nintendo to approve the ponytail, and they had to give a good reason as to why Link would ever have his hat off in the first place.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
kind of,
it's hilarious.
it's kind of funny though, like that has like such a narrative scene when this game has like there's a lot of like narrative scenes in it, but like nothing to that like aspect, I think. Which I feel like the game could have done.
It could have, and it makes it really intense in the manga because, Link, after he's healed up and everything, has to go back and he literally cuts off Volvagia's head, which is, his friend, and then is later on in the spirit temple haunted by the floating head that's crying and saying that it hurts. And it's like so intense.
Right.
Um, it makes it a little bit more powerful.
Like
In
imagine
certain
having that happen in the game itself. Like that would be just
It'd be cool
extremely intense.
in a way that like when you're playing through the fire temple, you're like, oh, there's a dragon. Where did this dragon come from? Nobody ever mentioned a dragon when I came here as a kid.
Right.
Um, so I don't know. It was interesting, and I know that a lot of the manga isn't actually canon, but Ponytail Link is actually canon for Ocarina because of the manga, and it's great. It makes me really, really happy. But there are also just scenes where Sheik is fighting. Actually, there's scenes with many people fighting. There's scenes with like Naburu fighting with Link, which is really cool. Um, I've mentioned Sheik, which it's weird that you get the Sheik Zelda reveal in the Spirit Temple in the manga. Like that doesn't make any sense to me, but you
Yeah.
do. You know, Impa is around a lot more. You also have like Rudo helping you more in the Water Temple in the manga.
Not just
Rather,
having to carry her around.
well, no, in the Water Temple.
Oh, yeah, right, right.
So like in the Water Temple, when you go, she just like appears and she's like, "Hey, you kept me waiting. You're a jerk. I'm gonna go do this," and then she disappears, and
She's
then you
gone
don't.
until the boss.
Right, and then you're like, "Oh, you're a sage now. Cool, that's fine." But like in this one, she's actually like swimming with you and helping you and all that. So it's kind of cool. That you get the change of like partnerships more in the manga that you don't get in the game.
That sounds like something like it would have been cool to implement in the game, but like,
How would they have done it?
yeah, doing that and like and having that revolve around like the dungeon designs and all the puzzles as well seems like nothing that the N64 could have handled.
No, no, it would have been cool, and that's one reason why this manga is actually one of my favorites of the Zelda manga, is just because it adds in a lot more depth that the game didn't really have.
Mm-hmm.
So I would actually really, really recommend anybody who likes Ocarina to read through the manga because it's really, really good. Really good.
Really good.
Yeah, and I mean, although one thing that's really strange is in the game, Link gets his whole reveal of like, you're a Hylian and also your mom's dead. Ha ha ha. Comes from like the tiny Deku tree sprout.
Right.
And this one, it comes from the Light Sage. I can't ever say his name. It starts with an R. Raul.
My favorite. Roar.
Raul, the guy who apparently put tights on him and pierced his ears in the 7 years that he was locked up in there. Put his hair in a ponytail. Thanks.
Gotta make you look good for when you get out of here, kid.
Right, man. I mean, he's like, well, you got beautiful thighs now. Let's put some tights on them.
God.
I had to bring it up. Had to. Could not resist. But anyway, that is one thing that always bothered me as a kid. And like, Kid Link doesn't have his ears pierced, but he does when he's an adult. Who pierced his ears? Why did they pierce his ears when he was locked away for 7 years? Why did this happen?
It's the 90s fashion, man.
I mean, Link has had his ears pierced a lot in the games ever since, so started here.
He really likes going to Claire's and getting his ear pierced.
I mean, in his defense, he has loops as opposed to like the studs,
It's true.
which they give you studs at Claire's. They don't give you loops.
He just rips those out immediately. It's like, I got these cool ones later.
Bye. Yeah, that was always a thing that I never really understood. I have a question that
Okay.
I want to.
Welcome to the questions and answers portion of our podcast.
Did the owl bother you?
It was funny in the walkthrough that like the person running the walkthrough was extremely annoyed by the owl, but I was just like, whatever. It's just this big old owl comes and hangs out, and I was like, he's like, hey, what's up, my dude? You got some troubles? Hey, you're getting stronger. I'm real proud of you. Hey, you need a lift to some place? Cool, let's go.
Because everybody always hates the owl, and I was wondering like if you had that same issue. And I mean, the same thing with Navi is that people really, really hate Navi, and I'm like,
I had no issue with Navi.
I don't mind her at all.
Yeah, legitimately.
Navi.
Like, I think that was the most surprising thing. Like, because everyone makes up like, this is the worst thing ever. I was like, I mean, sure, sometimes you kind of hear, hey, listen, like a few too many times, but even then, like, I mean, I guess I knew where I was going for the most part, most of the time, so like I probably lessened the impact of that per se, maybe, but like even then, it was like, whatever. It kind of came just like background noise at one point, so it was like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really not bothered by it, and I've been playing since it came out, so I don't get that so much.
Have you heard about people liking to complain on the internet, especially about Nintendo products?
I may or may not have heard a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah, that's a thing. Apparently.
It's a little bit of a thing.
So yeah, like that's no big deal.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. Oh, I was looking for it.
Oh.
Since I was bringing up the earrings, the manga actually has a different explanation for his earrings, and he doesn't get it until near the end.
Uh-huh.
He's hanging out with Impa, and he fights the Shadow Link actually in Kakariko for whatever reason.
That's weird.
And after he defeats Shadow Link, she's like, "This is a coming of age ritual for Shikamen," and pierces his ears and gives him the earrings. And so that's the explanation for how he got the earrings in the manga.
Hey, what's up? I'm gonna pierce your ears right now. Bam, you're done.
She's like, "I hope you're sure about this," and then he's like, "Whoa."
Whoa, earrings.
I mean, to be fair, she is like poking a needle through his ear, like an intensely thick needle. And then for some reason they go and fight not Impa.
Just go beat the shit out of Impa.
Sheik.
This is for the earring.
Sheik and Link go fight to save Milon at Lon Lon Ranch for some reason. I don't understand that either. Like, nothing makes sense in terms of the actual timeline and where things happen in the manga, but I guess that's
maybe a good thing.
But that's the explanation of the earrings in this, is that it's a coming of age ritual for Shikamen.
It's too bad the Dark Link fight in the game is a f***ing cakewalk.
It is if you have Bigoron. If you don't have Bigoron, it can be pretty difficult. And
never even touched me.
Well, that's because you have Bigoron.
Never. If I had the Master Sword out, he wouldn't have touched me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He's a scrub.
It's
Zelda 2 Dark Link still the GOAT.
I can agree that Zelda 2 Dark Link is harder, but he's not a cakewalk in Ocarina when you have the Master Sword. The recommended ways to fight him are actually Bigoron or to use the Megaton Hammer.
Smash him with a hammer.
Well, because he can't counter either one of them because he doesn't have that weapon. If he has the Master Sword out, he can counter that weapon because he has it.
I wish there was like a text box that came out when like you put either of those items out and he's like, "What the f***, dude?
I don't have those. Where'd you get those?"
This is cheating.
I don't know. That's one of the coolest fights of the game, though, because you have that really like empty room, and you walk towards the door, and you're like, "Oh, well, that sucks. I can't get through this door." So you go backwards, and then like things start. Like you see him by the tree, and then after you defeat him, like the room becomes reality, and I love that.
I was kind of disappointed by it.
Is it because he didn't hit you?
It's kind of because he didn't hit me. I don't know. Maybe it was just because like I felt it was too easy, but like it just didn't seem that impressive.
You didn't think that the room atmosphere was really cool?
I mean, it was just an empty room.
Right, but then like when you go back, he's just chilling by the tree, and then like after you defeat him, everything appears. Like it was a weird illusion.
Yeah, but like I feel like I don't know. It's something I've seen before in like a bunch of other games, so like I don't know, it just didn't like have that big of an impact on me. And then like the fight itself wasn't that impressive, so it didn't leave like a lasting mark on me.
I should have made you do it with a Master Sword.
He would have touched me. Wouldn't have touched me.
He would have touched you.
No.
He would have.
I would have been like, bam, 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 bam. He would not have seen my combinations coming because he doesn't know them, because I've never shown anyone. So obviously he wouldn't know.
He can mirror you.
He can't mirror those.
He can.
No.
He can't.
No.
That's what he does.
Wouldn't touch me.
He's your mirror.
Well, I'm going to break that mirror.
Oh my God.
7 years bad luck for him.
Oh my God.
Because he's broken.
Oh my God. One thing that I thought was weird, I'm going to just move away from this. One thing that I thought was weird is that the 3DS version, like, edits Ruto so that she has, like, a bra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Because in the 64 version, both as a child and as an adult, she didn't have that weird bra shelf.
They gotta make it less lewd. 1998 was a very lewd time.
Was it lewd, though? I mean, she's a fish. She's a fish with boobs.
Have you been on the internet?
Okay, yeah, fair point. You got me there.
Oh, also,
Also,
so I think another reason why the Dark Link battle wasn't like that, like the room itself wasn't like that impressive for me, because there is a similar boss fight in a room very similar to that in Bloodborne. Except you're fighting like a giant spider in there.
yeah,
But it's basically
that's years after this.
I know, but like I've seen the Bloodborne one first, so
But if it's exactly like this and it stole it from Ocarina,
I probably yeah.
so like, meh.
I'm just giving you my reason.
All right, it's a bad reason, but I'll take it.
I'm sorry, my reasons are bad.
I all right. Go ahead.
I don't know where I was going. You were the one talking.
I have nothing. I have nothing to say.
I completely destroyed you. Big Octo. He's inside Jabu Jabu's belly.
Oh my god, Big Octo. What an annoying fight.
White Wolfos from the Ice Cavern. He just fights like a regular enemy, so you get to beat him real quickly.
Are you just going through the enemy list now at this point?
Ganon. He's the bad guy.
Oh my god.
He's very scary.
The one in the water temple is like my least favorite. It's so disappointing.
Which one's the Water Temple one?
It's like the weird tentacle thing with like the little amoeba in it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really lame fight.
I thought the one with like the giant hands was actually kind of tough because
Bongo's great.
you just bounce around a lot and it's hard to get a beat on both those hands.
It's hard to make the shots when you're bouncing up and down.
When you're bongoing.
You're bongoing. Bongo is a great boss though. Like he looks really really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it is one of the tougher ones in the game. Another one that I really like is the knuckle. I forget what the prefix for it is, but
The Iron Knuckle.
Iron Knuckle. There you go. That ended up being Nibiru.
I like that twist. Yeah.
That was cool. Actually, people have discovered since this game came out that if you actually like go underneath the armor of any Iron Knuckle, it's actually Gerudo every single time.
I think I just read that they fixed that in the 3DS version.
Really?
Yeah, Iron Knuckles no longer reveal a Gerudo head if the camera is manipulated to look through the armor. This is due to the original Iron Knuckles likely using a preliminary version of Nibiru's model. Several differences, like chainmail covering the mouth and loop earrings, can be observed in the otherwise unused model in the original game. The Iron Knuckles' subtle Gerudo-like arms and chest can still be observed when enough armor is destroyed.
So I mean, it still to me indicates that they're all manipulated Gerudo women.
Well, yeah, it would make sense because obviously it's in that area and it's the only people around that area.
What did you think about Twin Rova?
I thought it was a cool boss fight. Like some of the mechanics, like the first stage mechanics, were actually kind of neat. I felt like a bad feeling in my mouth because I was reminded of the Oracle games. So that was kind of bad.
We have to remember they came after this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe it made me love Breath of the Wild even more because this boss fight wasn't in it.
You didn't like Twin Rova at all, though?
I mean, like I like the idea of that character, like just coming up repeatedly in subsequent games. Like I'm kind of like on, but like I thought the boss fight in this game was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Although one of the things that always made me laugh as a kid was like his really shocked face when she becomes like a giant kind of pretty woman.
Yeah.
And she winks at him and he's like, "What?"
I don't know how to handle this.
I know that we have personally discussed this. This is a really sad Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like it's a really, really
It's a
sad
bummer.
Zelda. Yeah, it is. And it's also significant in the fact that this is where the timeline splits. I know I personally think the timeline is crap, but people really are beholden to the timeline.
Because they're dumb.
They are. Guys, the timeline doesn't matter. But this is where the timeline splits.
I like my timeline, which is They're all timelines. Every single game is a new timeline.
But it's a really, really sad game because, I mean, if you're considering the ending, Link is sent back into his child form with all of his memories of what happened. Nobody knows that he did any of that. Then he goes and does the quest of Majora. Again, nobody knows he did any of that. And we know from canon that he ends up becoming the Nightshade from Twilight Princess because he's so disappointed that he never got to tell his story or get recognition or move on or pass on his skills to anybody. We also know somehow at one point he's lost an eye, but we don't know how.
Arr, I'm a pirate.
Probably a battle.
Arr.
Not a pirate battle.
You don't know. Maybe it was a pirate battle. There's pirates in those games. In some Zelda games.
In Majora, yeah, there are pirates.
Arr. I just made a connection, by the way, that I hadn't realized until just now.
Oh.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, with how Link is the only person who remembers everything.
Correct.
Yet no one else does, is essentially the same plot that Persona 2 Eternal Punishment has.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, because he has memories of everything that happened. And he's trying to... Oh, man.
And he's basically trying to do everything himself to make sure no one else gets involved. And no one remembers. And he's very sad and brooding the entire time. Same game.
Yeah, it's really, really sad because you're considering that this child... Like, there's debate over how old Link is and...
32.
No, not 32. In the child form and the adult form.
54 in adult form.
My thoughts on it were 10 and 17. Because that makes sense to me.
Yeah, sure.
But I know that it's anywhere from 8 to 10 usually.
9.5.
But I feel like if he was 8 when he was young, that it makes him extremely too young when he's adult Link. Because, no.
Unless he, like, got really tall in puberty when he was 15.
Well, in what world does anybody consider 15 an adult? Like, 17, I can see it as a stretch, but I can see it. But 15, no. It's still a kid. But I mean, he's a like 8 to 10-year-old kid who has all these memories of being an adult and like the literal apocalypse twice, and he can't tell anybody. He's living with that, and like Zelda doesn't remember it. It's depressing. It's really depressing.
Which is a weird thing. If you think about it.
Right.
Yeah, because like isn't the whole thing about all those games is that like, you know, that obviously she should remember it.
Well, adult Zelda would in the adult timeline, but the child Zelda that is sent back into the timeline would not know that because he's able to prevent the rise of Ganondorf by going in and saying like, hey guys, Zelda, maybe we should do something about Ganondorf that isn't this really harebrained scheme that you have. And they're able to make sure that he doesn't usurp the throne and take over.
But yet the Triforce isn't gonna like be like, here's some memories, yo, dog.
I mean, that's usually like a headcanon type thing that the Triforce... But at the same time, the Triforce doesn't split in the child timeline.
Yeah.
Because Ganondorf never puts his hands on it.
I don't know. It feels like a weird cop-out.
Does it, though? I mean, honestly.
Because I feel like the rest of the games... Like, I mean, obviously, like, the rest of the games, like, it wouldn't... It's a little bit of a stretch, but, like... I feel like the rest of the games you would see, like... It'd be justified that, like, both of them would remember.
I don't think this is one that she would, though. Because she purposefully sent him back thinking she would return his innocence. And in that...
Failed.
Failed. But in that timeline, in the child timeline, Zelda does not have the Triforce of Wisdom, and Zelda does not have those memories.
Okay, that's fair.
And the only way that they stop everything is because Link knows what's going to happen.
Link, you're like 8 years old, but you look like you've gained 20 years in your face. What happened? I've seen some
That's what I was just about to say. Um, I mean, honestly, through Ocarina and Majora, like he's literally seen the apocalypse twice, and he's not even 12 years old.
That
Oh,
kid's gonna
imagine though if like Kid Link is 12, that would make him what 19 as an adult. That'd be better.
be like down in whiskey by the time he's 13.
I mean, again, he does end up becoming Nightshade because of his regrets. So he clearly has issues.
And then becomes a pirate at 14.
He's
Arr.
not a pirate. There are no pirates in Ocarina. There are pirates in Majora, but not Ocarina. And he
Well,
doesn't go back to Termina.
He's a pirate.
He's not a pirate. He's probably a soldier. Because think about it. What would
Soldier
Link
pirate.
do? He would become a soldier.
Arr.
Or, you know, some people say that he became a farmer with Melon. But then, like, what is it? A weird pitchfork accident that he loses his eye?
Ah, ma!
Melon just, like, has a bad day with a pitchfork.
Punches him in the eye.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
like, I don't know. It's a really sad game, though.
I fought Ganon, and this is the worst injury I've got. My eye.
My eye.
But yeah. It's incredibly sad. Like, that ending is not fun.
Mm-mm.
Because you're just like, man, this is a bummer.
Well, and one thing that I never understood as a child, and I still don't really fully understand, is, you know, you always have the talk with the sages saying, like, well, you know, that was my past life and I can't do this, da 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 da. And then the end, you get the party and you see them as like spirits on the mountain, and then they turn into like the lights. Like, do they not exist anymore?
It's a good question. What happens to them when he goes back? Are they still have the power to become sages, or are they just like living their life chilling?
It's like a really, really good question. And like, does Link just go back to the woods and live there, and then like one day he grows up and like, oh well, I can't live here anymore.
Hey guys, I'm back. Nothing really changed with me. Nothing at all.
Like, Link is gonna have a really sad life.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and also like he loses his best friend, which is Navi.
No wonder they're just gonna ostracize him because he doesn't have a fairy again.
Right, he's gonna be like the boy without the fairy again.
And
'Cause
he's gonna get old, and everyone's gonna be like, "Boy, you're tall. You gotta leave.
You gotta leave. You're not one of us.
Get out."
It's so depressing. Like everything about Link's life after Ocarina is gonna be really, really sad. Although in his defense, which you won't know this because you haven't played Majora, but he does get like an intense boob hug in Majora. I mean, she puts his face right in the boobs.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly what I was expecting every time I went to a fairy fountain. So
Yeah, well, it's not the fairies, but it's just a boob face plant. So he did get that out of life.
can't believe he just became very generic anime trope.
It's from a hug. And I think it's technically because of his height, but whatever. You've also changed this game for me always because of what you named Link.
I mean, I named him very normally. I don't know what you're talking about. It was a very normal playthrough.
No, it wasn't.
It's the most normal playthrough you can ever imagine.
Oh my
Nothing
God.
strange at all happened.
Oh my god. I was laughing the whole time.
Name all of your video game characters after members of BAP, and it makes everything way more fun.
You mentioned doing that in Persona 5. I'm like, I want to do that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I was just waiting for Betrayal the whole time.
I mean, I tried, but it didn't work.
Yeah, no.
Betrayal. Also, you wear the blue tunic all the time because that's cool. You look fresh and hip. And then
Also,
you
blue is the
realize,
best color.
they don't make merchandise of that because they're all wrong, and they play with the wrong tunic at the end.
I agree. I completely agree. Blue is the best color. Really brings out his eyes.
And he's just like, yo, what's up? I'm in blue. I can breathe underwater.
Nope, they have a figurine of green and red, but no blue.
It's disappointing.
It is disappointing. What a tragedy. They should have like one of those like dressing dolls, like you know how you can buy like Disney princesses where you can change their dresses and they're like rubber dresses. They should make a Link out of that where you can just change his tunic. That'd be rad.
You just want to see them thighs.
Who doesn't want to see them thighs? God. Ocarina Link has some of the best thighs of any video game character, period, of all time. Holy crap. Oh, those are some thighs.
Anne Ladyem, ladies and gentlemen.
I mentioned to you earlier, like, I'm pretty sure that one of my earliest sexual awakenings was Ocarina Link as an adult. I stand by that. He is a beautiful, beautiful video game character.
Oh, boy.
Them thighs. Anyway.
I don't know how you transition out of that.
I don't either. I'm done, guys. That's all. My brain's just gonna be on thighs for the rest of the night.
God.
You knew it was coming.
I did, and it still snuck up on me.
I know. What you gonna do?
Ocarina of Time. Go buy an ocarina out of a magazine from the 90s. Now you will be able to enjoy it.
You can still buy them.
I know, like you could buy them in 98.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the biggest merchandise thing ever. It's like, buy an ocarina. Everyone's like, oh, I gotta buy it.
Although, if you look at Link to the Past very, very carefully, he's playing an ocarina in that. They call it the flute, but it's an ocarina.
Shh. Not supposed to tell people.
Just saying. I also very much know Link to the Past extremely well. Probably better than the back of my hand there, too.
They didn't get around to naming the ocarina then. They was like, flute? Sure.
Flute, yeah.
Throw it in, Bobby.
Bobby?
Yeah. You know, the guy who made Link to the Past. Mr. Bobby. Bobby Nintendo.
Oh my god.
His uncle also works at Nintendo, and he's told me all the latest updates about Smash.
Yep. Oh my god. I mean, I definitely would recommend people that they should still play Ocarina.
Yeah.
Even if it's not my favorite, it's still a good game, and it's still really important to the series. I will say again, the 3DS version is the only version to play at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And also read the manga. It's a really good manga. You can get it for fairly cheap in the Legendary Edition on Amazon. But it adds a lot to it, even if it's not strictly canon. But it might make you appreciate everything a little bit more.
Yeah.
Also Ponytail Link.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in stores now. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time manga in bookstores now. Link's Ponytail.
In
not
my
in
heart.
Stores.
Always in my heart.
Only in Al's heart.
Oh, man. I was so happy when Breath of the Wild gave him a ponytail. I'm like, oh, Link with ponytail is life.
Oh, jeez.
I have a problem, and it's called a Link problem.
It's called a Link ponytail problem with thighs.
And it's just Link in general. Like, I've been in love with him since, like, 92, so...
The 25th anniversary.
I don't think it's ever going to change. I'm just always going to be in love with Link. Sorry, whoever our future date. You're going to have to share my heart with Link. I mean, I do have a literal tattoo of the guy on my back.
It's true. He's always on your back. He's always got your back.
He's got my back.
Yeah.
He's got my back. I also have the Ocarina Master Sword. I don't have any of the future, like, not future, but the later games, they added details onto the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the Ocarina version.
What if you got the bigger on sword?
Can you imagine me trying to take that home?
It would be taller than you.
It would be literally taller than me.
That's what would make it good.
Oh my god. You're just trying to kill me.
That's gonna do it for our show.
It is. Y'all should go appreciate Link's beautiful thighs.
Oh, jeez.
But not Twilight Princess.
Because you got twig legs.
He's got twig legs. In the game and in the manga, twig legs.
Twig legs. For more information not about thighs, go to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. No, this is the no thigh zone.
I have ruined this podcast forever. No one's ever going to want to listen to this ever again. They're like, oh, this girl, she's a degenerate.
Thanks for tuning in to our final episode.
I've ruined it. It's over.
If you want to go there, go listen to some past episodes that we've done. They're all very cool and awesome and cool.
And we've done several Zelda episodes.
We have. Breath of the Wild, Link to the Past.
Zelda 1 and 2 and the NES Classic episode.
Oh, right. Yeah. And you also talked about some of the manga as well.
Yep. And we've talked about the Oracle games.
I try to forget those as much as I can.
I know, but I'm saying relatively we have
Yeah.
a pretty wide array of Zelda that we have discussed on this podcast. So if you're interested, there are episodes that will tickle your fancy.
Very much so.
Yep.
And also we have other stuff on there in case you want to listen to non-Zelda stuff to tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Listen to everything. Everything.
All things.
All the things. You can go read my Persona 2 article. I finally put it up like Sunday because I'm lazy and I'm bad at things. My bad. But it's cool.
It is cool. I read it.
It's about empathy and stuff like that. You can go follow Al at AnneLadyem.com where you can read all her things. I don't know if you have a Zelda thing on your site, but if you do, you should read it.
I don't.
Well, too bad. You're not going to be able to read anything about Zelda on Al's site.
You eventually, if it keeps going the rate that's going, will read about Breath of the Wild on my website at the end of the year.
That's true, yeah. I think that's a lock.
So far, it's a lock. Nothing has even come close.
I mean, just even in general, that's just a lock.
Yeah.
What else? We have Twitter, twitter.com/anime checkup, where you can follow us, hang out, talk to us, do all the fun stuff. That's where we're at. We're cool. We're cool people. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. If you want to come support us, that's the place to do that as well.
Yep.
Next week, I have an idea for next week.
Oh, snap.
I don't know if we're going to do it, though, but it's a real good dumb idea.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I start teaching next week, so dumb ideas are probably a good one.
Dumb ideas are probably good. Because that'll definitely get you a little weight off your shoulders. Let you sit back and relax.
I like that. I like relaxing. As a person with a literal anxiety disorder, I like relaxing.
Did you know, also, by the way, by the time this episode comes out, we will be a month away from the 1-year anniversary of this podcast debut.
What? What are we going to do to celebrate?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Too bad the new Danganronpa won't be out by that point, because then we could talk about Danganronpa again
actually,
as our celebration.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, would it?
I mean, it comes out that week that our anniversary does. So unless we
probably
power
not.
through it.
Yeah, probably not. But we could do like a belated anniversary by talking about Danganronpa, because we started with Danganronpa.
We figure something out.
Dang old grandpa.
Dang old grandpa. So we got a month until that happens.
We have thoughts.
We have thoughts.
And dreams.
So yeah. Tune in next week for something probably real dumb.
I most likely won't be talking about thighs anymore, guys, so don't worry.
Well.
Okay, I might sometimes talk about thighs, guys. Still don't worry.
All the worry.